Hello everyone, welcome back. So today in today's video we'll be learning how to run a Spark application on this EMR, that is this Elastic MapReduce cluster. So let's get started. First of all, we have to write a code to run our perform certain set of operations. First of all, we'll import all the necessary libraries, and then we are giving the app name as CPU log data and get or create. We have this se is equal to spark content, and we set this logger level here as in error. Then we are reading this ASV from this bucket. I have to create a bucket of certain name, and I have to add the CSV file over here. Rest all the remain same. You can refer my previous videos for that. So now we'll go to this S3. And now I'll create a bucket. I'll give my bucket name as Nasia log, and then I'll also enable the versioning. Okay, and now I'll create a bucket. So now what we'll do is we'll add up as you can see, there are no objects present inside this bucket. Now we'll add up the CSV file and also our code. So I'll go to this add files. I'll add the CPU log data.py which I have shown you, and also this CPU log data.csv. These two files I'll be uploading into this bucket. So as you can see, I'll upload. So it's successful. Now let me close this. So you can see these two has been uploaded successfully into this Nasia log bucket. So we have these two files over here. So now what we'll do is, so we will go to this EMR. Let me open one more window over here and go to this EMR. Search for EMR, Elastic MapReduce. Okay. So now what we'll be doing is we'll be creating a cluster. So let me create cluster. You can specify this at any name. I have given the default one as my cluster. Also this S3 folder, that is also default. And now also we have this software configuration as we are running Spark application on this EMR. So we'll be selecting the Spark. Let the instance type, all of this remain same, and number of instances are 3, among which one is master and the rest 2 are slave, that is core nodes. And also here in security and access, if you have not created an new key pair, you can create, or you can use an existing one. I'm using the existing one. Then create cluster. Now you can see is it's the cluster is starting. It might take a little longer time, so we can just wait. I'll skip the waiting part in this video. I'll meet you after it gets started. So as it's started, we'll open this link over there, and we'll go to this master. Make sure you're going into the master, not the slave one, and we'll edit these inbound rules, where we'll add up one. Edit inbound rules. Here the type I'm giving it as I'll go to add rule, and the type I'm changing from custom TCP to SSH, and then here custom to anywhere IPv4. Then I'll be adding this rule. As I've already done this, so it's showing you cannot repeat it again. So that is how you do it over here, and then go to this EMR cluster, and you can connect to this master node using this SSH. You can use this link which is provided over here, and run it in our terminal so that it will start. Let me open a new terminal. I'll get into this CD downloads, because the PM file is in my CD downloads directory. Now I have run this command over here. As you can see, this has been started. Now I'll be copying that file into it, AWS S3CP from the bucket. It's the bucket path I'm giving, nasalog.cpu.py. Then as you can see, it's been downloaded, and you can check it by using ls command. The CPU log data py is there. We also have this direct thing over here, like Spark submit. So you can see after I enter it, all these all of this is running fine over here. So this is how we run any Spark application into this EMR cluster. You can see all these username, all of this, like highest code, like displaying user and their counts, and finding user with highest number of average hours, lowest number of average hours, and also finding the users with highest number of idle hours. All these can be performed, and the Spark application can be run on this EMR cluster this way. So that's all for this video. Thank you.